Hello, everybody. This is Supradrew, and welcome to Superchat with Supradrew. Tonight, my guests are Josh Kimmel and Kenny Moore from the Beyond Sight and Sound show. And joining in is my buddy Matt File. Um, Thank you guys for joining my first chat back in a number of months. As most everybody out there knows, I had welcome to Super Drew. Had some medical issues on the family side, but everything is good to go now. Super Drew. Okay, everybody should have their chat muted.
All right. Well, I am new to this, so I don't even know where to find it.
I think we're all muted now. I don't hear any echo.
All right.
Yeah, I noticed mine was on YouTube, so I just hit pause.
Oh, there you go. All right, guys. Well, let's see. As I was saying, I haven't been able to do these chats for a long time. It's been like 4 months, maybe 5 months, actually. I had some medical issues of my own in the early spring that kept me from doing it, and then had some family medical issues that, needed my attention. And everything seems to be coming back to normal now, so I'm going to start doing these chats maybe once every couple weeks until I get back into the swing of things. And I'm just really honored to have Josh and Kenny as my first official guests.
Appreciate it.
So, I guess, Josh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right, Josh, what do you say you give us a little background on who is Josh Kimmel?
Well, depending on who you ask, he may not be such a grand guy to know, but most of the people I associate with say that I'm not too bad. I'm all right.
Nice.
I would say a little bit of background. I picked up my first detector probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 plus years ago. Cheap analog jobby, like a Radio Shack brand or something. You're lucky to detect a manhole cover laying on the ground. And it wasn't for me at the time. So and honestly, I couldn't even tell you where that detector is now. I don't know what happened to it. It's MIA somewhere. Probably somebody's decoration on a wall. But I got out of it for a couple of years, and I really missed the search. I used to enjoy hunting for arrowheads, but I had some injuries that kind of negated me pursuing that, and I enjoyed the search for history. I thought, you know what? I need a game changer. I need something to simplify things and say, ding, dig here, dummy. So I got back into it. I bought a secondhand Garrett, an Ultra GTA X 1000.
Nice.
And the second day out with it, I hit a gold signet ring that had been missing for probably over 30 years. And let's face it, you hit a gold ring your second day back out, you're pretty much hooked.
Yeah, I was going to say.
From there, I went through a few other machines. I've toyed with some Tesoros. I've used some whites. Really enjoyed the DFX. Still have one in the other room. And a number of years ago, I switched to MineLab, and that just was a real game changer for me. Opened up a whole new world. Not only were I hitting better finds, but I was hitting better quantities, and I'm pulling this stuff out of places that are pounded, absolutely hammered. So yeah, I couldn't put it down. And since then, it's just became so much a part of me and my life, I couldn't separate the two.
I hear you.
No way.
Pretty cool.
It runs through my blood. Relics, coins, it doesn't matter. It's just the hunt, the quest for the past.
Absolutely, man.
Awesome. Awesome. Kenny, what do you say you give us a little primer on who is Kenny Moore?
Well, some say I'm certifiable. I'll just start out that. But anyway, I probably had the first wireless metal detector, and the fact that it was a sifter and a shovel. That's how I started out years ago with my uncle and stuff, and we would look for artifacts, and that's when I was real young, and we'd done that for a long time, and then in the fall we'd go hunt the ginseng, and then next year we'd be back into doing that, and we would come across some areas. Of course, being from Tennessee, we come across, and while you're looking for artifacts and going through your sifter, there's a bullet, there's a button and stuff, and back then, as a younger lad, I'm looking at them, and it's awesome. I'm like, but I didn't really fully understand what I do, obviously, now about what was actually going on there. So, as time went on, I ended up, just a big Civil War buff and getting into the history, and just started. I went and got me a detector. I had an Ace 250 Garrett, and
that's what I started out with, Kenny.
Well, I liked it because it was a tone machine. You didn't go by numbers or nothing. You got to hunt with your tones. That's how you find your stuff. You learn your tones, but even at that, I went to the Garrett AT Pro. That was a whole nother ball game.
That's what I'm using now as well.
Right, and then I got the Garrett AT Gold, and even that, believe it or not, is a whole nother ball game. And of course, now I'm also using the XP Deus, and that's just a whole nother story. So, I hunt Civil War artifacts. Most people see my videos know I'm pretty passionate about it. It's about the history for me, and it's about preserving it. So, if I can do that, I'm happy.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Josh and Kenny, for taking the time to sit in this evening. Appreciate that a lot.
No problem.
Anytime. Also, a big shout out there to NC Digger too, and I suppose it may confuse a few people watching the live event and seeing the external. I think I'm showing up under two different names, but I also operate the Ohio Metal Detecting YouTube channel.
Yes, absolutely.
And Kenny Moore operates the YouTube channel of Kenny Moore, I do believe. Correct, Kenny?
Kenny Moore, Durbandy 33. I think it comes up under both of them, if I'm not mistaken.
So, Matt File, you want to take a second to say hello to everybody and tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. Yeah, I'm Matt. I got into detecting about, like I was telling everybody else, about 2.5 years ago. Basically needed something to do, and I always liked, the whole exploration part of anything. I mean, I love the research. I love the hiking. Just finding places to find stuff. And so I started out with an old blue box white and moved my way to a Mine Lab Xterra, and now I'm using an XP Deus. I travel around a lot. I go all over the place in California. That's where I'm from, by the way. My work takes me over to Korea, where I take my Deus over there, hike around up in the hills, and poke around in there for all kinds of stuff. I got mainly into detecting because my wife is a avid runner, a marathon runner, and you're sitting around for 4 hours waiting for a race to be done, and you're at these places where nothing really to do if you don't run.
Right.
I thought, what? This is a nice portable hobby. I could probably do this over there. And I took it to a few of her runs, and I just started finding little bits here and there, and I got hooked. So now it's at the point where I'll try to get out at least 2 or 3 times a week just to poke around, clear my head, and it's almost like you get into this Zen trance of it's just me and my surroundings and trying to find that little target in the ground.
Right.
And it's just a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you're dug in and now you're stuck in.
Yeah. One
Well,
second.
you know what's neat about it is, when I love doing research because I really want to know, especially if I'm doing videos for the public and people are watching my vids. I want to be able to have my facts straight. So, when I find something, I want to be able to tell the history of it the best that I can, which for the most part I do. But when I pull out something, like I got a breastplate here I showed you guys a while ago, a couple of box plates, another breastplate here. When you pull something like that out of the ground, or even a bullet, it doesn't matter. Bullets to me, I love digging bullets. And they all have a story. There's guys there that gave everything they had, probably, including their life. So to me, it's about representing history.
Awesome. Good words. I'm going to do some shout-outs to some people that are in the external chat. I see King Coin is out there. Silver Speed. Let's see. Who else do we have?
Jackie Smith.
Detecting Arizona. Jet Ski John 2006. Jackie Smith. Eddie Hinkle. My buddy Eddie Hinkle is out there. Let's see.
Ohio Relic Hunter.
Bill is in the house.
Ham's Treasures and Tasty Treats.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Too many uh-ohs. What happened?
I got the missus in the chat. She's probably wondering where that ring is.
Probably so. All right.
She had posted minutes after I had posted that. She had commented and said that she had lost that.
I saw that. I saw that, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't think Josh is going to buy into that.
No. And it looks like we may have lost Supradrew for his own show.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll be back.
Right. Yeah. Right. So I don't know. This is the first time I've done the the Google Hangout, so I don't. That's pretty cool. But we need to find Drew, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Now, is everybody still listening to us?
Yeah.
I'm listening to you.
All right. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
We're still live.
YouTube thing.
All right. Hey, let me show you something right here, Matt.
Yeah, there you go. We can do a little bit of show and tell while we're waiting for Drew.
Let me get it up higher here, and maybe it'll focus.
Okay.
And okay, now let me show you the end of it, so you can see the end of it. All right.
Right.
This was a 58 caliber mini ball, original, no, actually an infield. I'm sorry, an infield that was dug in Vicksburg, and what it is now, they melted it down. And you can see the guy's almost his fingerprints here where they bent it while it was still hot. And at the very end of it, right here, that's ink.
Yeah.
So they took this bullet.
Turn that so we can see a side view there.
Okay, it's like this. Am I high enough with it? There we go.
Yeah. Now bring it over a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
That is nice.
Right. And so, right up there where I found this I actually found some bone shards and stuff like that. So it got really hairy up there on that hilltop. And but to pull something out of the ground like that, knowing that he's trying to ride home, he just made himself a pencil. That right there just blows me away.
Absolutely.
I got a friend who has this right now. I'm letting him borrow it to show his son. But when I'm overseas, I dig everything. I dig iron, I dig brass, ferrous, non-ferrous, I don't care. And I only have the picture of it right now. Like I said, my friend's showing it to his son tonight. But it was my third target on a hill in Korea in a place called Cheongcheong. We're probably about 3 miles up a trail on the top of this plateau. And the first thing I'd found was a fuse to a hand grenade. And then I found the spoon to the hand grenade. I went about 10 feet further on, and this is what I dug right here.
Wow.
That there, after, let me put it up to the cleaned up, this is after electrolysis. That's actually a tip off of a Korean rocket arrow from the 1300s to 1800s.
Wow. Now, I could tell. I was going to say arrow, but I just wasn't sure, being from...
Yeah, because you got
that's outstanding. That's iron, right?
That's straight up iron. It was laying about 6 inches down on the side of a hill. Now, my buddy who's been protecting out there for 30 plus years, I was kind of scared to show it to him because he would have been a little envious. And to say envy, yes, because he wanted to tell me I've only found a little bit off the tip and the tail off the back end,
Right.
but I've never found a complete one. And
Nice.
so now he's wanting to trade me probably half his collection to get that arrowhead. But it's just that's
It's
one of
it's those finds like that you know, those moments like the one I just showed you that you probably won't find again. Well, of course, in Korea you might. I don't know the history over there like you do, but over here anyway, to find a pencil made out of a bullet, that's only happened to me once. So
that's pretty cool. I mean,
Well, and the great thing